committee meeting for October 22nd, 2024 at 7 p.m. All members of council are present. All members of the administration are present except for our finance director, Carolyn Chanel. If there's anyone recording this meeting as a courtesy to the public, you please identify yourself so your fellow attendees know that you're recorded. Seeing no one, the city of East Lake's recording this meeting. Under legislation proposed, we have a resolution authorizing, directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of East Lake and Sugarland Livestock Partners Incorporated and declaring an emergency. Mr. Mayor.
This is our annual renewal of the contract. Everything's according to the consumer price index.
The lease for the post office building?
Yes.
Any questions for the mayor? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to legislation number 1022-02, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and fiscal officer to negotiate and execute an agreement with the village of Timberlake for road salt purchase for the 2024-2025 winter season and declare emergency. That was correct?
This is something we do every year, so nothing really new.
Any questions for the mayor? All right. Moving on to legislation number 1022-03, resolution requesting the city of East Lake designate Carol Ann Chanel, CPA, finance director, to make the request for an advance payment of property taxes for the calendar year 2025 pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.34 and declaring an emergency. Thank you again, Mr.
This is a request of the county for advancements on the fees. If we don't do it now, we have to wait another couple of months to actually get the money.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Move on. Legislation number 1022-04, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to purchase a 2024 Colorado Crew Cab short box four-wheel drive truck LT from Serpentine Chevrolet Ability for a total of $38,792 and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. President. This was a budgeted item that was put into the budget at the beginning of the year. We have a little bit more luck if we can get through most of the year. Sometimes we can find better deals or being availability on equipment, especially when the market's in. So this is just been the normal purchase that we wait for the rest of the year.
Any questions for Chief? Thank you, Chief. We'll move on to legislation 1022-05, a resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to accept a donation to the city of East Lake for one Black Lab K9 Peanut, a community policing and therapy K9 dog, for the donation of her training from RFF LLC and declaring emergency. Chief.
Yeah, thank you. I think everybody here has met Peanut, and I think she's going to be a good addition to the department, and we appreciate the opportunity to get her.
Any questions for the chief? Seeing none, thank you. We'll move on to legislation 1022-06, a resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to purchase new servers and upgraded software at government prices through EPI information systems for a total of $83,614 and declaring emergency. Sure.
This item was already budgeted and get them now so we can have them up and running before the price increases.
Any questions for that? All right. And lastly, we'll move on to legislation number 1022-07. A resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to purchase two 2024 Chevy Malibu police cars on behalf of the East Lake Police Department from RW Chevrolet Acquisition LLC located in Columbus, Ohio, for a total of $46,824 and declaring emergency. Chief?
Yes, these two cars will replace two of our detective vehicles that are 14 years old, and desperately in need of replacement. We did not turn down the offer for two cars from Illinois.
Any questions for Chief?
I don't know that they were budgeted for. We didn't purchase any vehicles this year, so we had $50,000 in our vehicle
Any other questions for Chief? Okay. All right, we don't have any legislation pending. This council's whole committee meeting is adjourned at 7:05, 7:06 p.m. Calling the regular council meeting of October 22nd, 2024, to order at 7:06 p.m. Mr. Fowler, please, the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Here.
Mr. Belli.
Here.
Ms. Kreniak. Here. Ms. Schmidt. Here. Mr. Stelman. Here. Mr. Semick.
Here.
Mr. Myers.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for the regular council meeting of October 22nd, 2024? So moved. Or a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Kacinek.
Yes.
Mr. Semick.
Yes.
Mr. Belli.
Yes.
Ms. Kreniak.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt. Yes. Mr. Stelman.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the agenda is approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the regular council meeting of October 8th, 2024?
So moved.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kreniak.
Yes.
Mr. Stelman.
Yes.
Mr. Kacinek.
Yes.
Mr. Belli. Ms. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Semick.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the minutes are approved. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the special council meeting of October 15th, 2024?
So moved.
Okay. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kreniak.
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Kacinek.
Yes.
Mr. Belli.
Abstain.
Mr. Stelman.
Yes.
Mr. Semick.
Yes.
Mr. Myers.
Yes, the motion is carried, the minutes are approved. Our scheduled council as a whole committee meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024 at 7 p.m. With our regular council meeting immediately following the adjournment of the council as a whole committee meeting. We're going to move on to committee reports. I will go with the PCDs, correct?
Yes, thank you. We did have a CDC meeting tonight, what we went over was finalizing, a few corrections. The restaurant guide that we have come up with, as well as the activity guide listing, local, clubs, organizations and stuff like that. We also went over our good neighbors awards, which, Mr. Summer will be, Councilman Summer will be taking over for us. And then the final thing is that we are finalizing up our, Light Up East Lake, the, business holiday lantern contest. So we'll have a flyer for that, and really encouraging businesses to participate and be a part of it. We're really appreciative that you, gave us a budget, and I think the only thing I do need to find out is how we get that money to purchase the lantern and, raise them. Outside of that, we did start planning, for 2025, we plan for our whole year. We will, work on that more, next month, and then after that, we'll give the details to Council President Myers and, ask to meet with Mr. Overstreet and Judy to kind of go over what our wish list is of accomplishing for the next year. And that's it.
Any questions for Councilman Schmidt? Get a report for you? Yes. On the report for Councilman Dunn.
So we had a Port Authority meeting, last week, we went with the calendar, November 2nd, is the date that the, vote box stickers will be coming out. Tentative date for the vote, I guess, is July 12th. Also, there are 3 people whose terms are expiring, John Farwell, who's in their role appointed, Laura Manell, and Nick Ford, who are both council appointed. Laura and Nick are willing to come back to the board. John is planning on meeting I'm replacing for John. Also, the outcomes are doing really well. We went over the stickers they sold and everything. We sold more stickers for votes this year than we had in the past several, which is great because that pays for the record for so that I'm looking for questions.
Any questions for Councilman Dunn? Sure.
I'm very difficult, because that's what didn't happen last year,
Didn't
right?
happen.
And that's gonna be what the,
Tentatively July 12th.
This is going to be the same group involved?
Yeah. Hopefully we get a little bit more jump on, fundraising and stuff.
Any other questions? Okay. read legislation number 10-22-01.
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to enter into a lease agreement between the city of Eastlake and Chagrin River Watershed Partners, Inc., and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Sonic? Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-02?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and fiscal officer to negotiate and execute an agreement with the village of Timberlake for road salt purchase for the 2024-2025 winter season and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings? Mr. Gully, second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-03?
A resolution requesting the city of Eastlake designate Carol Ann Sindell, CPA, Finance Director, to make the request for an advance payment of property taxes for the calendar year 2025 pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.34 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-04?
A resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and director of finance to purchase a 2024 Colorado Crew Cab Short Box four-wheel drive truck LT from Serpentini Chevrolet of Willoughby for a total of $38,792 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings?
So moved.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-05?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to accept a donation to the city of Eastlake for one Black Lab Canine, Peanut, a community policing and therapy canine dog, as well as a donation of her training from RSS LLC and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Gully?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Semming?
Yes.
Mr. Myers?
Yes, the motion is carried, the legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-06?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to purchase new servers and upgraded software at government pricing through BPI Information Systems for a total of $83,614 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rule requiring separate readings and readings?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Belli?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Shelby?
Yes.
Mr. Senick?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt? I move to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Belli?
Yes.
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Shelby?
Yes.
Mr. Senick?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes. The motion is carried. The legislation is adopted. Will the clerk please read legislation number 10-22-07?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and director of finance to purchase two 2024 Chevrolet Malibu cars on behalf of the Eastlake Police Department from R. Devlin Chevrolet Acquisition LLC located in Columbus, Ohio, for the total of $46,824 and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules during a separate reading to read the full?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Senick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Belli?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Shelby?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move to adopt.
Is there a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Kraniak?
Yes.
Mr. Senick?
Yes.
Mr. Katsounis?
Yes.
Mr. Belli?
Yes.
Ms. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Shelby?
Yes.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes, the motion is carried. The legislation is adopted. We don't have any legislation pending. We don't have any unfinished business. We don't have any new business. We'll move on to our administrative reports. Our first report is from our Merit and Safety Director, Jim Overstreet.
Just to clarify that lease agreement, that is for the post office through the end of 25, or unless the library moves out first and move over to these offices. The splash park is coming along. They were out pouring concrete walls for the storage tanks for the water. It was a pretty impressive operation, because I was out there watching it. We are collecting the wants and wish list for the budget. We'll start figuring out who's gonna get what. And with that, that's my report. Questions?
Questions from the Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We'll move on to our Fire Chief, Ted Williams.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, thanks for the legislation. We'll be moving on that car part of our way. Welcome back, Mr. Belli, to the dais there. Ms. Schmidt, did you got my email, the response for you, what you asked me about the AFG stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
And that was just, I was just having.
Right.
just to make sure
Yeah,
that they're nice.
So just to talk to Mr. Schmidt about, Willoughby had gotten the award for the AFG, which is a federal grant. We apply for that every single year. I think we're probably close to $4 million in grant money we've gotten over the last 15, 16 years. Big chunk came from the assistant to firefighter grant, where we were laying people off. So we really try hard. The guys that do the grants, they have people read the grants before we submit. And those people, those readers are affiliated through FEMA, so we get good insight. And then we do a post analysis. We don't get it. We ask for some feedback. The initial feedback on this one was, again, it's a good problem to have, but a bad problem for grants is that we show multiple years of budget increases. So that was the reason we kind of got exempt from this. But we'll keep trying to get that everything. We do most certainly have an internal process, and that does make grant money very, very important. FEMA usually will prioritize where the grant money goes, so every year you'll get a list ahead of time to say, here's where the money goes for priorities. And if we fit that priority, we'll certainly, we line it up with that. So I want everybody to be sure that we do demonstrate the nature of any grant that we can possibly get. I know last meeting I left early. We had suicide on the river, so we spent a good chunk of the evening trying to find. We were successful finding that in the state. On the same line, good police and fire work happened the other day along the river. We had a car that get into the river. We had a patient that was apprehended, and we were able to get divers in the water right away to clear the car, and we were able to get the car out of the water, and EPA's guidance on how to keep that cleaned up relatively quick. So I think it's a tribute to the training that the police and fire people work very hard to do. When we have these kinds of incidents, we can get in there, get it cleaned up, get people to the hospital, transported, and do it in a safe manner. So good police and fire work on that. Other than that, we'll be questions.
Any questions for the chief? All right, seeing none, thank you, Chief. We'll move on to our police chief, Michael White.
All right. Thank you everyone on council for, official approving of Peanut and, the 2 vehicles for the detectives. We're probably gonna pick those up tomorrow. If we can, as long as I got the guys who can do it. Those were much needed, and I think you're gonna see the, benefits from Peanut relatively quickly. Thank you everybody who attended the trunk or treat on Sunday. If you're there, you saw Peanut there working the crowd as well. But, being our 5th year, that was, again, the weather helped, but, tremendous amount of people. So that was a very successful event. And I appreciate you guys showing up and, supporting it as well. 2024 is the 75th anniversary of the police department. Before the end of the year, I would kind of like to do something to celebrate that, so I'm kind of open to ideas also through council. One of our retired lieutenants, Alan Maltry, has taken on a project over several years where he has taken a lot of the old negatives of police photos over the years, and he has three zip drives full of photos that we're starting to go through. We're going to start posting those on Facebook and get some of that stuff out there as well, kind of to put our history out on social media. Body cameras is something that has come up in the past that council has inquired about. I think every arrest we make, prosecutors are asking us for camera footage. With that, we have gotten a proposal from Taser for their camera system. That came in at right about $345,000 for a five-year contract. We do have a meeting with Motorola next week to see what kind of numbers they have. The Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Services just today opened up their body-worn camera grant program. It's only open until November 20th. So over the next 4 weeks, we have to get our policy approved by the Ohio Collaborative for us to even be eligible for a grant. The downside of that is the grant only covers the purchase of cameras, and that is the cheap part. That's probably in the ballpark of about $40,000. So if this is something that we do want to move forward with, there is a significant financial commitment on the part of the city. We are expecting Motorola to come in a little bit cheaper than Taser, but it's still going to be a significant investment if we want to go ahead with that. I am meeting with a regional rep from the OCJS next week also. And other than the camera grant, we're going to discuss other grant opportunities that we might be able to apply for. If you've seen on social media, we have advertised for lateral transfers. In just over 2 weeks, we have a total of 3 applications. We are hoping to get a couple more. If not, we will be up and running on the National Testing Network with another round of testing for entry-level candidates. Yes, that's where we are with that. Any questions you guys have?
I have a question for you, Chief. So, the $345,000, is most of that in the storage and retention aspect as opposed to?
Yeah, so with the, and I do have a copy of the proposal, but, of that 345, 77,000 of that is for in-car cameras. 267 would be for body camera systems. And that's, so the cameras are actually 57,000 of that total. The hardware, the chargers, all of that is roughly 24,000. And then all of the software, they have redaction software, all the software and everything else makes the TASER uses a system called evidence.com, so it is cloud storage, but with that, every camera has a separate license, so those are increased costs there. Motorola does have similar redaction software and capabilities. We just have to see where they come in. And we have been, one of our officers has had one of the TASER cams that we've been able to download and also use. See which is gonna be best for us.
And then just a comment, I just had a few people say to me that, they're really proud and happy with the police department and doing some social media the way we have, because it's not just lost dogs and cats anymore, you're really giving some good information, so I think we do that.
Yeah, we also, I also like to get us up on Instagram. By the beginning of the year, we have more plans going into 2025 that we want to do to reach more than the Facebook generation.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you.
Ms. Schmidt?
How many of our surrounding communities are using this?
All
All of them are?
Yeah, we are one of the rare agencies in the state that has no cameras, whether in car or body cams. Like Willoughby only has body cameras, most agencies have in car and body cameras.
So would this be getting, I'm sorry, I know you said body cameras, is it getting in car as well? Just both, or just?
Yeah, so that total price will be low, about a little over 77,000 of that 345 would be for in-car camera systems.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, Chief, appreciate it. We'll move on to our chief building official, Dave Dunn.
Thanks. I'd like to welcome Mr. Gully. And with that, Mr. Gully is no longer on the planning commission. So that means there is one opening on the planning commission. I don't run these boards. A lot of people think I do, but I don't. I always send things to planning and BCA. People are asking me who's on this, what terms and all that. I really don't have that information. I do know that Mr. Gully was a constant fan. And with that, there is no planning or BCA meetings this week. Also, we just seemed like we were slow, and then all of a sudden, everything comes in. Enpress has submitted plans for a big addition at their site on Curtis. That's under review now. There's an ice cream shop that's trying to open on 337, right by Walmart. Sorry, I don't have the name for it. The gentleman's right behind the old gas station on the corner of mine. It's like an old Tudor house. We were there, but you have to go through the health department and everything else. And then the big one that came in today, Archwall, it's called Archwall Health. They are going to go into where Save-A-Lot was. This is something Kevin can use 60 and over. So they're designing it for the older, I can 60 plus range, or there'll be a primary care, they'll do like lab work, shots, just your general type of care. It's quite nice plan that they submitted, and looks like the renovation is going to be about $3 million. And you look at that size of that shop, $3 million. It's a lot of money. So that's so pretty much it with buildings.
Good. Any questions for this one? Commissioner?
So I have a question, just like basic that I understand this. Is it primary care where it's like more of a medical facility, or is it like where beloved care where it's more of like a, like, care facility, where they're kind of just.
No, I think it's, again, you're trying to attract the older crowd.
Okay.
I think it would be probably more, and I don't know this maybe the Medicare, Medicaid stuff. But, yeah, I guess they're gonna have primary doctors there, they're gonna have labs, they're gonna have.
Okay.
I don't know a whole, I haven't met with them yet. All of a sudden the plans showed up, so we're starting the process, get that through, and then we'll find out more about it.
No, and I appreciate that.
But it's a lot of offices, I mean, there's going to be quite a few doctor spaces in there.
Okay.
So, for that size of that facility, they're going to be quite nice. Any other questions?
Mr. Mike, could you spell that for me? The name of this?
It's called Archwell, Archwall.
Okay, thank you.
Health.
What's that?
And then health, Archwell.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Smith? Thank you, Mr. Smith. We'll move on to our Service Director, Kevin Costello.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council. Along the lines, and by the way, for the record, I'll be 57 next month. so I'll meet you there. Understandable. But along those lines, I do fully believe in open and honest communication. I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. I do intend on retiring at the end of January. January 31st will be my last official work day, and February 1st will be my first day of retirement. So I just wanted to let everybody know that ahead of time. Also along those lines is full transparency and open and honest. And I've spoken with Mayor Overstreet about it already, so he's aware. But I thought we should be aware as well, so rumors and innuendos and all that other stuff doesn't happen. I have full petitions to run for mayor. And if that happens to be successful, my wife and I have discussed her position, and we together have decided that if that is successful, that she would resign her position to avoid any conflict of interest or nepotism or any kind of, what comes up. So I just want that out there to be open so that there's no behind the scenes. And with that being said, I spoke with TC Consultants, or TC Contractors today, and they are scheduled for the week of November the 11th to start on Alsina. That's a full street replacement of concrete between 348 and 349, and between Glen and Stevens. In-house work, we have also completed a asphalt repair that was in much need on Rokeby. We are also working on concrete replacement at the corner of Iris and Glen. This is all in-house work. And when we complete that one, we'll move down to Iris near 343. There's a couple sections of concrete that for probably about 3 years now we've been asked to get that fixed, and we'll be doing that. As far as the construction up on Forest with the new housing and all that, and the complaints, the Huffmans reached out to me prior to doing that work, and they assured me that they would take care of that road where if and when they have any damage done. They did damage that, and they have repaired it. So they were true to their word. They've already taken care of it. There is that equine or EQ basin going in next year. So before we replace the entire road, we would like to see that work done. We'll maintain it to the best of our ability. Don't know, I had a council woman a while back, asked about a sign that we really fine for traffic control to have the folks pull up to the stop bar. That sign is in place, and the stop bar is now painted, so that's what I'm trying to do.
I
I
appreciate
didn't
it.
know if you saw it or not.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And then also, Jackson Pool is complete and winterized for the year. And that concludes my report, I'm open for questions.
I have a question. On, you said there was a cement replacement on Iris?
If that, yes,
Is it down to 343? Okay, so you're taking care of that road,
that's the one.
that's
Yep.
the question, I appreciate that, thank you.
That's why I'm confused. It's about 3 years, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Any other questions, Mr. Service Director? All right. Thank you, Mr. Casali. We'll move on to our city engineer, Ryan Willie.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of council, Mr. Mayor. All construction projects are moving along nicely. Don't expect any delays to construction at this point. However, weather is going to be a factor moving forward. But yeah, all projects, whether it's ODOT, county, or the ones that the city had are moving forward. Available for questions.
Any questions, Mr. Wood? All right, saying none. Thank you. We'll move on to our law director, Randy Cameron.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to thank Brian for helping me get some information on the sewer lines as related to Timberlake sewer agreement. So we have some emails back and forth, scheduling time to sit down with them and figure out what we think is going to be and how they want to handle that. We're also going to have to then negotiate the new agreement going with Timberlake lines expired, Timberlake has a few more years. And I just want to thank Judy. We had a conversation just today with John Rogers of the Land Bank, and the Land Bank potentially at least demolishing the structure of the old BP. So as you know, that's been going on for a while, and more than their spot for our oil stream, all the way to take down. Hopefully, the Land Bank will get along with that. The procedure is it really just gets down and the taxes and demolition go on the property, or the fees of demolition go on against the property. So at least that would be a step forward there. We still are burdened with the deed restriction about petroleum sales on that property, which is a word burden of the community as far as sales to somebody else. But other than that, open questions.
Great question from the law director. Anything else? All right. Seeing none, meeting adjourned at 7:39.